What if I told you that everything you think you know about success, about breakthrough moments, about transformation, is just scratching the surface? What if the real secret isn't in the motivation you feel right now, but in something far deeper, something that champions whisper about but rarely share? Stay with me on this journey, because by the end of this message, I'm going to reveal the one principle that separates those who dream from those who achieve, those who start from those who finish, those who hope from those who become legends. And here's the thing, what I'm about to share isn't just theory. It's the blueprint that built empires, created miracles, and turned ordinary people into extraordinary forces of nature. Before we unlock these life-changing truths together, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, because this channel is your sanctuary for transformation. Give this video a like if you're ready to level up, and drop a comment about your biggest challenge right now. Trust me, what you're about to discover will change how you see that challenge forever. Let's dive deep into the mind of champions. Look around you. Everywhere you turn, someone's selling you the dream of overnight success. They're promising you shortcuts, hacks, and magic formulas. They're telling you that if you just buy their course, follow their system, or copy their method, you'll have everything you want in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days maximum. But here's what they're not telling you. Here's what they don't want you to know. Every single person who has achieved anything meaningful, anything lasting, anything worth having, has one thing in common. They fell in love with the process long before they saw the results. Think about it. Michael Jordan didn't become the greatest basketball player because he loved winning championships. He became great because he fell in love with the daily grind of practice, with the mundane repetition of perfecting his craft, with showing up when nobody was watching. The process is not glamorous. The process is not exciting. The process doesn't give you instant gratification. The process is the opposite of everything our instant society has conditioned you to expect. And that's exactly why most people quit. They want the harvest, but they don't want to plant the seeds. They want the body, but they don't want to count the calories. They want the business, but they don't want to make the calls. They want the relationship, but they don't want to do the work. But you're different. You're here because something inside you knows there's more. Something inside you is tired of settling. Something inside you is ready to embrace what others run from. Let me ask you something. What are you doing when nobody's watching? What are you doing in those quiet moments when there's no audience to impress, no social media to update, no one to validate your efforts? Because that's where champions are made. In the invisible hours. In the moments that don't make headlines. In the daily decisions that nobody celebrates but everybody eventually notices. While others are sleeping in, you're getting up. While others are making excuses, you're making progress. While others are waiting for Monday, for next month, for next year, you're starting right now. The process doesn't care about your timeline. The process doesn't operate on your schedule. The process has its own rhythm, its own pace, its own timeline. And here's the truth that will either liberate you or frustrate you. You cannot rush the process, but you can trust it. Every repetition matters. Every small action compounds. Every day you show up, even when you don't want to, especially when you don't want to, you're making a deposit into your future self's bank account. But here's where most people get it wrong. They think the process is about the actions. They think it's about the workouts, the study sessions, the business calls, the networking events. Those are important, but they're not the real process. The real process is internal. The real process is the daily choice to believe when you can't see. The real process is the decision to keep going when logic tells you to quit. The real process is the commitment to trust your vision when everyone else questions your sanity. You know what a caterpillar goes through to become a butterfly? It doesn't just grow wings and learn to fly. It literally dissolves. It becomes liquid. It loses its entire identity, its entire structure, its entire sense of self. And in that liquid state, in that complete breakdown, something miraculous happens. New structures begin to form. A completely different creature begins to emerge. Not an upgraded caterpillar, but something entirely new. That's what the process does to you. It breaks you down before it builds you up. It strips away who you think you are so you can become who you're meant to be. It challenges every belief, every habit, every comfort zone you've ever known. And most people quit right here. Right in the breakdown phase. Right when everything feels uncertain. Right when they can't see the butterfly yet, but they're no longer the caterpillar. They quit in the messy middle. They quit when it's hardest. They quit right before the breakthrough. But not you. You understand that breakdown is not failure, it's preparation. You understand that confusion is not a sign you're on the wrong path, it's a sign you're growing beyond your current capacity. You understand that the discomfort you feel is not punishment, it's progress. Here's a mathematical truth that will change your life if you really understand it. Small actions, repeated consistently over time, create massive results. Not big results. Not good results. Massive, life-altering, reality-bending results. One push-up doesn't make you fit. But one push-up every day for a year creates a habit. That habit creates discipline. That discipline creates identity. That identity creates a lifestyle. That lifestyle creates transformation. One page of reading doesn't make you smart. But one page every day for a year is 365 pages. That's more than most people read in their entire lifetime. That knowledge compounds. It connects. It creates insights. It develops wisdom. $1 saved doesn't make you rich. But $1 saved every day, invested wisely, compounded over time, creates wealth that can change your family's destiny forever. The process isn't dramatic. It's not movie-worthy. It's not Instagram-worthy. It's boring. It's repetitive. It's mundane. And that's exactly what makes it powerful. Because while everyone else is looking for the dramatic breakthrough, you're building the foundation. While everyone else is chasing the highlight reel, you're perfecting the fundamentals. While everyone else is waiting for their moment, you're creating your momentum. Stephen Pressfield called it resistance. That invisible force that shows up every time you try to do something that matters. Every time you try to grow. Every time you try to become more than you are. Resistance doesn't care about your dreams. Resistance doesn't care about your potential. Resistance has one job, to keep you exactly where you are. Small. Safe. Stuck. And resistance is clever. It doesn't show up as a villain twirling a mustache. It shows up as logic. As reasonable doubt. As practical concerns. As the voice of your family and friends who just want what's best for you. Resistance tells you to wait for a better time. To start Monday. To get more information. To make sure you're really ready. To consider all the risks. To be realistic about your expectations. But here's what resistance doesn't want you to know. It's not real. It's just a feeling. It's just a thought. It's just energy that you can redirect, transform, and use as fuel for your journey. Every time you feel resistance, celebrate. Because it means you're on the right path. It means you're doing something that matters. It means you're growing beyond your current limitations. The process teaches you to dance with resistance. Not to avoid it, not to eliminate it, but to move through it. To show up in spite of it. To take action before you feel ready. Faith isn't religious. Faith is practical. Faith is the ability to act on what you believe even when you can't see the evidence yet. Faith is the decision to plant seeds in the spring even though you won't see the harvest until fall. The process requires faith. Not blind faith. Not naive faith. But intelligent faith based on the understanding that every worthwhile achievement in human history started with someone believing in something that didn't exist yet. You have to have faith in yourself when nobody else does. You have to have faith in your vision when it looks impossible. You have to have faith in your ability to figure it out as you go. But here's the beautiful thing about faith and the process. Every time you take action in faith, every time you show up despite your doubts, every time you choose to trust instead of fear, the process rewards you with evidence. Small evidence at first. A little progress. A small improvement. A tiny breakthrough. But evidence nonetheless. And that evidence builds your faith. Which enables bigger action. Which creates more evidence. Which builds stronger faith. It's an upward spiral that starts with one decision. The decision to trust the process even when you can't see the whole staircase. Here's something most people never understand about transformation. You don't get what you want. You get who you are. Your external results are always a reflection of your internal identity. If you see yourself as someone who struggles with money, you'll find ways to struggle with money. If you see yourself as someone who can't maintain relationships, you'll sabotage every relationship. If you see yourself as someone who starts things but doesn't finish them, you'll quit everything you start. The process doesn't just change your circumstances. The process changes you. It shifts your identity from who you were to who you're becoming. From who you think you are to who you really are. This is why the process can't be rushed. Identity shifts take time. They require repetition. They demand proof. Not proof for others, but proof for yourself. Every time you do what you said you would do, you prove to yourself that you're reliable. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you prove to yourself that you're strong. Every time you persist through difficulty, you prove to yourself that you're unstoppable. And gradually, day by day, action by action, choice by choice, you become the type of person who naturally creates the results you want. Not because you have to force yourself, but because that's just who you are now. Let me prepare you for something that's going to happen. Something that trips up most people. Something that makes them doubt the process and abandon their dreams right before they break through. The plateau periods. These are the times when you're doing everything right, but nothing seems to be happening. You're putting in the work, following the plan, staying consistent, but the results have stagnated. The progress has stopped. The momentum has disappeared. And in these moments, your mind will play tricks on you. It will tell you that the process isn't working. That you're wasting your time. That you should try something else. That you should quit. But here's what's really happening during the plateau periods. Underground, beneath the surface, where you can't see it, the process is working harder than ever. Roots are growing deeper. Foundations are being strengthened. Preparations are being made for the next level of growth. The plateau isn't the problem. The plateau is preparation. It's the universe's way of making sure you're ready for what's coming next. It's building your capacity to handle the success that's on its way. Think about a rocket ship. Most of its fuel is burned just to break through the atmosphere. Once it's in space, it needs very little energy to travel vast distances. The plateau is your atmosphere. Break through it, and the next level of growth becomes exponential. Warren Buffett calls compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. But there's something even more powerful than compound interest with money. It's the compound interest of habits. Good habits compound positively. Bad habits compound negatively. And both happen so slowly, so subtly, that you don't notice until the results are undeniable. The process is really about installing the right habits and eliminating the wrong ones. It's about creating systems that work for you even when you don't feel like working. But here's the thing about habits. They're not just actions. They're identity reinforcers. Every time you act in accordance with your desired identity, you cast a vote for that type of person. Every time you act against it, you cast a vote for your old self. The process teaches you to become obsessed with the vote, not the outcome. To focus on the system, not the goal. To fall in love with the identity you're building, not just the results you're getting. Because when you change your identity, when you truly become the type of person who naturally creates the results you want, those results become inevitable. Not easy, but inevitable. We live in a microwave society with crock-pot dreams. Everyone wants instant results for long-term visions. But the process teaches you to think differently. It teaches you to play the long game. The long game is about delayed gratification. It's about making sacrifices today for rewards tomorrow. It's about investing in assets that others can't see yet. When you're playing the long game, every day is both important and unimportant. Important because every day matters. Unimportant because no single day defines you. The long game perspective changes everything. It makes you patient with the process but impatient with excuses. It makes you calm in chaos but urgent with opportunities. It makes you consistent in action but flexible in methods. Most people quit because they're playing the short game with long-term dreams. They expect monthly results from yearly investments. They expect immediate returns from lifetime commitments. But you understand something different. You understand that time is not your enemy, it's your ally. You understand that the process is not happening to you, it's happening for you. You understand that every challenge is not a roadblock, it's a stepping stone. So here we are. At the end of our journey together. But really, we're at the beginning of your real journey. Everything up to this point has been preparation. Everything from this point forward is execution. You now understand what most people never will. That success is not a destination, it's a way of traveling. That achievement is not an event, it's a lifestyle. That transformation is not a moment, it's a process. The process is calling you. Your future self is calling you. Your destiny is calling you. But the process doesn't beg. It doesn't chase. It simply exists, waiting for those brave enough to trust it, disciplined enough to follow it, and committed enough to see it through. The question is not whether the process works. The process always works. The question is whether you're willing to work the process. Are you willing to trust when you can't see? Are you willing to persist when others quit? Are you willing to be disciplined when others make excuses? Are you willing to sacrifice who you are today for who you can become tomorrow? Because that's what the process requires. That's what the process demands. That's what the process deserves. Your dreams are not too big. Your goals are not unrealistic. Your vision is not impossible. What's impossible is achieving extraordinary results while living an ordinary process. Stop doubting the process. Start trusting your ability to follow it. Stop questioning the plan. Start questioning your commitment to execute it. Stop wondering if it will work. Start ensuring that you work it. The process has created every breakthrough in human history. Every innovation. Every transformation. Every miracle. It's not broken. It doesn't need to be fixed. It just needs to be followed. Your time is now. Your moment is here. Your process is waiting. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for fear to disappear. Trust the process. Stick to the plan. Execute with faith. Persist with purpose. And watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. The process is not just a method. It's a mindset. It's not just a strategy. It's a way of life. It's not just about what you do. It's about who you become. Never doubt the process. Always stick to the plan. Your future depends on it. Your legacy demands it. Your greatness requires it. The time for excuses is over. The time for transformation is now. Go make it happen.